Greetings and welcome to the channel. So I had the good fortune of playing the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound demo on Steam. This game is absolute fire. It's set to drop July 31st. What you're seeing is some of my gameplay. I do have a full gameplay video that I just did. It's about 45 minutes. So, go and watch that if you just want to see the entire playthrough. I think I did pretty well, but I'm definitely no expert. But this video, I just want to kind of just give my general impressions and my thoughts of the game in general. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the development of the game. So I did take a few notes that I actually want to share. And one of them is the development of the game. So based on what I can see here, the development of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, it's a collaborative effort between multiple studios. So you have the development studio, the Game Kitchen. They are the developer of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and they're well known for developing Blasphemous 1 and 2, which is also a very prominent game. Basically, it's a franchise at this point. I think a lot of people are waiting for Blasphemous 3. Now, Dotemu, weird name, is the publisher of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and they are known for bringing back classics such as Streets of Rage 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And then you have KOEI TECMO Games and Team Ninja. They are involved as well. So it's, like I said, it's a grand effort across multiple studios that's bringing forth what I feel is an absolute masterpiece. So another thing I want to talk about right now is, where does this game, or should I say, when does this game really take place in? So this game is taking place along the same time frame as Ryu's first journey in the old Nintendo Ninja Gaiden 1 game. Now, if you're, an 80s baby like I am, you're well aware of those older Ninja Gaiden games. So basically, as I'm reading here, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound takes place at the same time as the OG Ninja Gaiden for NES, specifically during Ryu Hayabusa's journey to America to avenge his father. While Ryu is absent, a new threat emerges, and Kenji Mozo, that's the character that you're controlling in this new game. He's a young ninja from the Hayabusa Village, and he must defend his home, right? So I really do love these style of games. I don't mind the so-called AAA titles, especially now thanks to Nintendo, that they're going to be costing upwards of $70, even $80. But games like these that are like $20 to $30, that are a very good, wholesome gaming experience, these are the type of games that I will always support. Well, as long as they're coming to Xbox, and these are games that I essentially grew up playing. These are games that are not mired in identity politics. They don't have a bunch of idiots preaching pronouns. It's just good, solid overall gameplay, and I feel that's what's missing. So playing this demo, there's so much to really talk about. I mean, I absolutely love the responsiveness of the controls. I love the fluidity of the animation, even right down to Kenji's attack animation with the blade. Because if you remember in the old Nintendo Ninja Gaiden, it just looked like all he was doing was just kind of like poking with the sword. It was a weird looking animation, but back then in the 80s, it was fine. But now, the animation is so crisp, and you also have different attacks, that I found out that if you roll forward by tapping the dodge button and hit attack, you have a rolling stabbing attack. If you roll, so let's say if you're on the left side, if you roll and attack the opposite direction, you'll have an entirely different attack, so I really appreciate that. That definitely stood out to me. I like the mechanic of, you know, getting, charging your aura, whether you're attacking enemies that, you know, have an aura to them. And then once you take them out, your next attack, becomes more enhanced. You can also charge up, and get this aspect manually at the cost of a little bit of your health. So I just think that overall the game has some very solid mechanics. You know, in the brief time that I've played, you know, it is definitely a must buy. It's one of those situations where it's like, shut up and take my money, you know, and even going as far back to playing the original Blasphemous game. Very, very a brutal game. Very stylish in its animation, its art direction. What's the other game I played? The Messenger. That was another game I played. So, like I said before, these type of games with the retro style look, you know, I absolutely love these games, and I definitely urge you, if you are a lover of games, especially this retro style, or you just want to try something new, this is definitely a game that I don't think that you should pass up. Now, toward the end of August, we're also getting a new Shinobi game. So I think, you know, when it comes to these retro style Metroidvania type games, we are eating very well. And I definitely suggest you support all of them, if not some of them, based on your wallet, because I 100% feel that you're not going to be disappointed. But getting back to Ragebound, the game is challenging. I did die a few times during the demo. Some of them I did cut out because I didn't want to embarrass myself and make the video go too long. But yeah, I like the challenge. When I lost in the game, I didn't feel like I was cheated, you know, which is, I guess I will just throw a subtle jab at Tekken 8. You know, that's one of the main reasons why I get frustrated in that game, is because it's not a matter of losing, it's that you feel like you just got cheated. And so with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you don't feel like you're cheated. You just feel like, okay, you could have done this a little differently. You know, you feel like, okay, you understand why you lost. And that's something I really appreciate. What else can I say? Graphically, the game looks very well. It looks very nice. If you look at the upcoming Shinobi game, it looks a little bit more animated, and Ninja Gaiden Ragebound looks a little bit more pixelated. So, but either way, both games are solid, and I do hope that somewhere down the line that Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and the upcoming Shinobi game, I hope they have some kind of a collaboration. I really do hope. You know, with Kenji for Ragebound and Joe Musashi for Shinobi. I mean, come on, man. You got to make it happen. I really do hope so. It would make perfect sense. So, you know, I'm hoping that you're enjoying the gameplay. Like I said, I'm not a master. You know, it was my second time playing through this demo. But, you know, like I'm saying, the game is phenomenal. It moves very well. It's well animated. I enjoy the music. There really isn't any negative I have of the game. It didn't crash. I just wish that the demo was available for Xbox, but thankfully I do have a Steam account, so I was able to play this demo there. And so yeah, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Again, it comes out July 31st. So before I end this video, I do feel it is very important to talk about the other character that's in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and that is, what's her name? Komori. She's a female ninja. I don't know how to properly pronounce the name. I think it's called Konuchi. She represents the rival clan to Hayabusa, which is the Black Spider clan. And, you know, she's pretty cool. I really like, you know, her animations. I like her general look. And so essentially, while Kenji is still learning under the guidance of Ryu Hayabusa, Komori is already, you know, very much at the top of her game when it comes to her ranking within the Black Spider clan. Now, I'm not too sure what really happens to her, but you know, I guess she ends up, you know, getting, you know, killed in action. And at some point in time in the game, her spirit merges with with Kenji. So then you're utilizing Kenji's attack options, which is similar to Ryu, but you're also taking on the added attacks and traits of Komori, which is, revolves more distance-based attacks, utilizing your kunai, and I think an axe or something or a sickle. It's something that she can throw at an arc ahead of her. So Kenji gets access to that as well. And so it says here, unlike Kenji, who fights with a katana and focuses on close range combat, Komori wields kunai, granting her high range, rapid attack speed, and the ability to strike from nearly any position or surface. Her agility and adaptability make her an exceptional fighter, especially when engaging enemies in hard to reach or chaotic encounters. So I really do appreciate that dynamic between the two of them. And in the brief time with the demo, as you can see, as you will see if you watch the my gameplay video, it seems like they have some friendly banter between them. And I look forward to playing the full game to see how their interaction evolves. I will say, I do hope that maybe once you beat the game, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, that you are given that option to play as her from start to finish. I do hope that is a thing, because when you do take control of her in the game at certain points to kind of help Kenji progress further, it reminds me of that element or the functionality of that game called Lords of the Fallen, which is an exceptional Souls-like game, by the way. Definitely give that a shot. So that game, you can go from the living world, and then you can traverse into the Umbra realm, which is basically the realm of the undead. And certain things change within that environment. So Ninja Gaiden Ragebound has that kind of functionality where if your path is blocked while using Kenji, you can access utilizing Komori to gain access to areas that Kenji cannot. But during that time, that phase is very limited. So it's not like you can just play as her indefinitely. So I do hope, again, that maybe once you beat the game, you will be given the option to use her on a more permanent basis. But again, I can keep talking about this game for forever and a day. July 31st, reserve it, buy it, try it out. If you have a Steam account, definitely give the demo a shot, even though I think the demo, I don't know if they're going to take the demo off of Steam, because I've seen something about today on the 16th. I think it's part of like some sort of event. So I'm not too sure, but if they end up pulling it, just know it is well worth your time and effort if you appreciate games of this style. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know your comments and join the memberships. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And anyway, I will see you in the next video. Peace.